I'm here with my backpack, ready to pack for our 5-week trip to Scandinavia. And I want to take you along to show you how I want to pack very simply and minimally to have a comfortable trip. We are going with an Interrail ticket, so we are going by train, and we will stay in each accommodation, which are mostly Airbnb cabins, for 4 to 7 nights. So we have about 6 accommodations and I think more than 10 travel days, because sometimes it takes more than 1 day. And so I really want to make sure that I can travel comfortably without my back hurting, without me worrying about luggage, and just being able to enjoy this trip. So the luggage piece I have is the Wakes One day pack. And I can expand it at the bottom, and it has roll top, so there's a lot that can fit in here. But I'm attempting to just pack this one. It's about 35 liters, and this is a sustainable brand from Germany, Berlin. And I will link you a link down below where you can check them out. And it's an affiliate link, so if you want to buy something from them, that supports my channel. And I have to say, I bought this at the beginning of 2020 and I use this bag for everything in my life. It's the only backpack I own, or the only the only piece of luggage. And so this is my bag, and this is how it looks after 2.5 years of almost daily use. So let's get started. But before I get out all of the stuff and put it into my bag, I want to say a few things. So one is, I checked the weather, the weather in August in Norway and Sweden in general, but also specifically the weather for the next 2 weeks. That's kind of as far as it's available. And I saw that it's not that warm. It's up to 20 degrees Celsius, and half of the days it's supposed to rain, kind of. So that's what we need to know to pack. And the other thing is that I really haven't packed for a trip like this in a very, very long time. I've never actually went on a trip just like this. In the past, when we went on trips, it would either be one accommodation when it's an Airbnb, or it would be a camping trip where we went by car and with a tent and camping equipment, and then we would change location every few days. What that means is, I think it's really, really helpful to remember past trips when you're packing, but in my case, that's only somewhat possible. Another thing that I think is always helpful, especially if you're a bit nervous about packing the right stuff, is making a list. And I would suggest you take your time. So I started making this list, I think, a few weeks ago. And in this way, I don't just pack what I'm thinking of right now, but I pack everything I've been thinking of during the past few weeks, which makes it a lot less likely that I actually forget something important. So this is everything I want to bring on this trip. It's clothes for 4 to 5 days, a water bottle, a power bank, my laptop, some masks and tests, my phone, some cables, phone, camera charger, my wallet, a pen, a pocket knife, an extra battery, a super tiny tripod that's not really made for my camera, but we're gonna try it. Cleaning tools for my camera, some reservations that weren't able to be made online. My toiletries. By the way, these are the toiletries I'm bringing. It's some insect repellent, sunscreen, plasters, solid shampoo that I can use for hair, body, and laundry, some deodorant, my safety razor, and some toothpaste tablets, my toothpaste, and some tweezers. That's all I hope I need. External hard drive, clothesline and laundry bag, and a small towel, and the charger for my laptop. And I think that's everything. Except for my camera and my microphone that I'm using right now. Those are going to go in my backpack as well. But this is what I'm gonna wear on my trip. So it's just the heaviest sweater, the thickest pair of pants, a tank top, a pair of underwear, a bra, and some shoes. These are just good all-round shoes, and maybe this will be their last trip because they are 7 years old now, but we will have to see. So let's start the packing. We'll see if everything fits. I'm gonna start with all the tech stuff that has a dedicated place to go to, and then we'll stuff in the rest. can see, there's still a lot of room here, and I'll put my camera in there, but I'm also gonna have it like outside when I vlog and take pictures. Another thing that I'm gonna put in here is a few snacks and just, you know, food on the travel day. And now I wanted to say like a few specific things that I thought about for this trip. So one is like the rain. I think it's necessary to bring a rain jacket when you go somewhere where it rains a lot. Of course, you can stay inside whenever it rains, but I think if you want to experience nature, then you should at least bring a rain jacket. And another thing is that for this trip, I bought some insect repellent stuff. So I've never like dealt with a location that had a lot of mosquitoes, but I read and heard from other people that Scandinavia in summer can be quite a pain in the ass when it comes to mosquitoes. So that's something I'm bringing that I'm usually not bringing. Another thing, especially for summer trips, I usually think about bringing 2 pairs of shoes. So shoes are just something very annoying, very heavy and bulky when you travel. So I try to bring the least amount of shoes possible. And I decided to bring a second pair of shoes, like my sandals, because it's summer. But then when I looked up the weather and saw that it is just up to 20 degrees Celsius, I decided that I don't need to bring sandals. I can be barefoot when it's really hot and like around the cabins. And other than that, I'm just gonna wear my like hiking shoes. And now I just, of course, want to leave you with my main tip that's like made minimalist packing a reality for me. And that is always ask yourself the question when you think about bringing an item or not, what is the worst thing that could happen if I do not bring this? For example, I decided to bring a power bank this time, and that's not something I own, it's actually my son's, but I'm packing it because I'm gonna use it more. And I decided to bring it because we're going to be in a cabin that has no electricity. And so I think it's really important that we have at least like some kind of power to charge my camera and my phone. And so I'm bringing a power bank because the worst thing that could happen if I don't bring it is that we run out of electricity for several days. And that's too much. But on the other hand, the worst thing that could happen if I don't bring sandals is that my feet are a bit warm. And since we're going to be in nature a lot, I also do not think it's going to be a problem to be barefoot for some time. And I wouldn't do that for like a city trip. But for this trip, I think like, yeah, either my feet are going to be a bit hot or I'm going to be barefoot. And that's not a really bad thing. Also, we obviously decided to do laundry and just take like a few days worth of clothes and do laundry every few days. That's why I packed a wash bag and a like clothes line. And also I decided to not bring a tripod because here the question of what the worst thing is that could happen would really be, it would add so much weight and space to my luggage. And that's really bad if I bring it. And if I don't bring it, the worst thing that would happen is that I have to ask my boyfriend a bit more often to help me with video shoots, or that like a certain clip doesn't turn out just as nice because I cannot place my camera everywhere. I don't think there's always the correct answer to this question, but instead it's just about balance. Again, and you have to decide what's worth it for you, if you'd rather take more luggage or have more freedom, but have to maybe do laundry more often. Don't have something with you that you like having at home. I hope I'll be satisfied with what I pack, and if you're interested in a video like this, I will make a video where I like evaluate what I packed and if I brought unnecessary stuff and if I forgot stuff that would have been important. So this is it. This is my luggage for 5 weeks in Scandinavia, traveling by train and staying in different cabins. If I had to guess, I would guess it's maybe 6 kilograms, and there's going to be a bit of like water weight and food in here as well on travel days. It's still like pretty comfortable, and this backpack has like a really good support system, so I'm fine. But of course, if I wish I could like not bring my laptop or have lighter tech, but that's like, it's just not doable for me right now. And I decided to work to have an income in August, and yeah, that's the reality of being self-employed. But on the other hand, I can take like a 5-week trip. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any like special tips down below. And now I do want to link you the video of last summer where I packed for Switzerland 10 days, including some camping stuff. So that's here, and I'm going to see you on the train. Bye!